800 kilometres off New Zealand's coast lies Rēkohu, the Chatham Islands, home of the Moriori people. Once a warrior society, in the 15th century, Moriori chose a different path. Guided by the Hila Nunuku whenua, they laid down their weapons, embracing non-violence and peace as essential for survival.
They set aside killing and warfare and learned to live in peace and sharing the resources of the land and the sea.
This commitment wasn't just symbolic. It became central to Moriori identity and was passed down through generations. In 1835, the peace covenant was profoundly tested when two Māori tribes from northern Taranaki on mainland New Zealand invaded. Moriori courageously upheld Nunuku's law, refusing to take up arms, even in the face of violence. This decision came at a heavy cost. Nearly 300 Moriori were initially killed, and survivors enslaved and forced into harsh labour, many more dying as a result. Between 1835 and 1870, the population collapsed from 1,800 to just 100. For generations, myths and colonial ideologies obscured their legacy, but the spirit of Nunuku's law endured. Since the 1980s, Moriori have led a cultural revival, reclaiming their heritage, restoring ecosystems, achieving a treaty settlement and a formal apology from the New Zealand government, repatriations and recognition. They have championed peace, hosting international events and incorporating the covenant into academia. Nunuku's law has created ripples around the world. It significantly influenced the Māori-led Parihaka resistance to colonial invaders, where leaders were albatross feathers, a Moriori symbol of peace. This, in turn, contributed to the philosophies of non-violence held by Gandhi and even Martin Luther King Jr. Today, Moriori are still guided by their unbroken peace covenant as a living ethos, a model for peace, reconciliation and sustainability, demonstrating the power of Indigenous wisdom to guide future generations.
And the values of that covenant are very important in today's world where there's a lot of conflict. So we need to try and understand some of those values and lessons from our ancestors and apply them in a modern day context in order to regrow a safer and more peaceful community, both here and around the world.